Hey everybody, Sean here, and welcome to Revealing Truth. In today's recent video, we're going to debunk false prophet Passion Java's teaching on 9 signs to know you're a prophet. And sadly, 2,700 people have already given this a thumbs up. And despite the expose videos I and others have done, he continues to get comments from supporters praising his nonsense in the video today. The easiest way to debunk this is to simply point out that the Bible doesn't teach on signs to know you're a prophet. And he doesn't provide one Bible verse to support anything he says in this video. And I hope that if you do follow Passion Java, this video will help you realize that he's not a prophet and is just making things up. So let's hear what he has to say.
And I'm going to give you 9 signs to know you are called by God to be a prophet. Number 1, if you are a prophet, you are different from people. You just don't want a crowd. And you usually can't have friends.
Well, the Bible doesn't say anything of the sort. Were some of the prophets in the Bible introverted or shy? Sure, take Moses and Jeremiah for example. But John the Baptist was very outspoken. I don't think God requires someone to have difficulty in making friends as a prerequisite for being a prophet.
Number 2, if you are a prophet, you always favor number 7 or number 5. Oftentimes you see 555, 555, 555. I did a teaching about numbers on my YouTube, Prophet Passion. But on this one specific, when you see 555, you are called to be a prophet. And your favorite number is number 7. Because prophets brings the fulfillment of God. And number 7 is the number of fulfillment.
And as with point number 1, that's also not in the Bible. Sounds more like superstition or Kabbalah numerology.
Sign number 3, that you are called by God to be a prophet. Your thoughts are prophetic. Whether you are praying, whether you are not praying. Before you came to Christ or now that you are in Jesus Christ, your thoughts are always prophetic.
Well, that made no sense. He says that before you came to Christ, your thoughts were already prophetic? That's not even possible. You have to be born again and indwelt with the Holy Spirit before God gives you the gift of prophecy that comes through the Holy Spirit.
Sign number 4, that God have called you to be prophetic. You don't look like church. You don't sound like church. You don't dress up like church. You are different.
My friends, there are no Bible verses that speak of the clothes you wear being a sign you're a prophet. But he says this.
Why? A prophet is an eagle.
And I'm not playing out his full explanations because they are just man-made and silly. But I will leave the full link below.
Point number 5, that you are called by God to be a prophet. Prophets, they hate sin.
Well, the fact that you hate sin isn't a sign that you're a prophet. It's a sign that you've been born again and that you now have a changed heart through the Holy Spirit.
Point number 6, that God have called you to be a prophet. Prophets, they normally don't eat.
What? Prophets don't normally eat? Well, that sucks.
Prophets, they normally don't eat. You just don't have appetite for food. Yes, there are days you eat a lot, like crazy lot, but oftentimes you just don't eat. Even if you're hungry, you say, I'm hungry, food comes. You just touch. Just touch.
And that's why I'm not playing the full explanations. Silly.
So prophets normally, they don't like food. Mainly, they don't eat breakfast at all. Point number 7, to know that you are called by God to be a prophet. You like traveling.
I love traveling. I must be a prophet.
So knowing that you just was born wanting, traveling, not settling in one place, it speaks of the prophetic that is inside of you.
Absolutely ridiculous. Don't worry, there's only 2 left.
Point number 8, to know that you're a prophet. You always care about people more than you care for yourself. And so bitter that you are always taking care of everybody and nobody takes care of you.
So if you're a selfless person and nobody cares about you, this is one of the signs you're a prophet? But he says he's the prophet of prophets, as we heard before, and he seems pretty well taken care of.
Lastly, prophets, they're like priests. They are never called to work for somebody.
But priests work for the church and get paid a salary. Look, if you're a prophet, it's because God gave you that gift, and the Bible doesn't give us a list of things we can check to see if we are a prophet. So neither should he be doing that. What he is doing is what we're told not to, and that's going beyond what is already written in the Bible. So, with that being said, we're going to leave it here for today, but leave your comments below, and until next time, take care, and God bless.